What's up, everybody? Rob here, back bringing you another Pioneer brew. This is another kind of just random idea that hit my head, and I was like, I used to really like this green-white mid-range deck in Pioneer. It was never like tier 1, but it put up some pretty good results. I had some good luck with it. The deck, it had a lot of Dromoka's commands, it had Gideon's, it had Voice of Resurgences, all these cards that I really like. And I haven't played it in a pretty long time, so I was thinking, with the new release of like Yasharn, I was like, I wonder what's going on with Green-White and Pioneer, if there's anything we can do with it. So, other than Yasharn, Green-White's got some pretty good tools. It's got a pathway, which is pretty big. It's just another untapped mana source in Pioneer for a green-white, which is always what you want in a deck that doesn't want tapped lands. We have got Archon of Emeria as kind of like a, just an annoyance to our opponents. Makes their stuff come in tapped. They can't play too many things. It also affects us, but we really are a deck that just wants to curve out, play something, attack, and just win with our creatures while slowing down our opponent's game plan with our creatures. What else do we got? We've got Skyclave Apparition, another new card, a very popular card, and a very expensive card on Magic Online. So obviously, if you don't know what this does, it comes in, it exiles a thing with converted mana cost 4 or less, and when that dies, they don't get it back, they just get an illusion token that is an XX equal to its converted mana cost, which is just strictly worse than whatever they played. So yes, they get something back, but it's not the original creature, which is awesome. That's why this card is showing up in Modern, Standard, Pioneer, Historic. It's showing up everywhere because it is just, that is such a good effect. And especially if you haven't seen my Modern Green-White Taxes video, you can just blink their token away and get rid of it anyway. It's pretty much a bleh. So yeah, Skyclave Apparition, pretty excited to play with this. And then we've also got 2 Ameria's Call, which is the mythic double-faced land. It's good because it makes us up to 24 lands in the main deck, untapped lands. And also, it's just a relevant effect in this deck. Getting 2 4/4 White Angels and giving our stuff indestructible is pretty relevant. And with all our mana dorks and ways to kind of get value, I think we can cast it occasionally if we need to. I have tested this deck a little bit, and I did cast it once, and it felt pretty good. Other than that, we've got Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves, a little split of both. We've got Declaration in Stone for some removal, a couple Scavenging Oozes for main deck graveyard stuff. 2 Dromoka's Command is just a flexible utility card, which I've always impressed with when I play it. Voice of Resurgence is just, if you're playing Selesnya in any format, you should be playing Voice of Resurgence. Like I said, we've got the Archons. We've also got 2 Big Thalia, which I've always been a fan of. It's just a 3/2 first striker, and it makes your opponent's stuff come in tapped. So it's another way to annoy your opponent and be down at the same time. Tireless Tracker, another freaking all-star of Pioneer. Just kind of our main value engine in the deck. Getting the clues and sacking the clues is our only way of drawing cards. So it carries a lot of weight in the deck. And then we've got some Loxodon Smiters, Thoughtseize's best friend. It's a 4/4 that you can play on turn 2. Can't be countered. It's just an overall solid beatdown card. And some Gideons. Just, who doesn't want to play Gideon? Look at him. He's ready to go. And I'm ready to go. In the sideboard, you've got kind of your Pioneer stuff. Got a couple Apostle of Purifying Lights for mono black, a couple Containment Priests for, Collected Company, a whole slew of stuff. Remorseful Cleric, I can't talk for some reason. Just Graveyard Hate with the Oops All Spells deck running rampant right now. Kind of a good thing to have for only 2 mana. Fiendslayer Paladin, I've always kind of liked as like a weird answer to Burn and Mono Black and stuff like that. One more Yasharn, just in case we go up against like a Jund Sacrifice or a Rakdos Sacrifice deck. It's just completely shuts those down. 2 more Gideon for like the control and mid-range matchups, and then 3 Back to Natures because there's a ton of blue-white, white-black, green, white, all these aura decks, all these like Boggles decks, all these enchantment-based decks that Back to Nature is a card that I've always been like, destroy all enchantments for 2 mana is powerful, especially at instant speed. And I feel like right now we're Pioneer. Why can't I talk? I don't know. I have tea here. It's too hot to drink. Maybe once I drink some tea, I'll get smart again. I was never smart. Don't listen to that. But yeah, Back to Nature seems very good. So that is my super rough draft Selesnya Midrange deck. The mana base, I'm sure I could tweak to make a little better. It's just green, white, untapped lands and a blast zone. There's so many more utility lands. There's so many more of the two-faced lands. Like, should I be playing Kazandu Mammoth instead of Loxodon Smiter? Maybe. Should I be playing a Balagad Recovery? Probably. There's so many new cards since I've played this in this format that I don't know. So people who like this type of deck and you've been having some luck with some cool tech, let me know. I would love to check it out. But yeah, let's go into a league and see if we can embarrass ourselves or not embarrass ourselves. All right, here we are with game number 1 with our green-white mid-range deck in Pioneer. We won the die roll, so yeah, I want to go first. And that's a pretty spicy-looking opening hand. You gotta love the turn 1 Llanowar Elf with an untapped land on turn 2 into a turn 3. Can't play Skyclave Apparition on turn 2, but, you know, we can play all our other 3 drops. So this is definitely a keep. We got another plane, so we can play Gideon early too if we go kind of uninteracted with, which, who knows? I don't know what we're playing against. Playing against Banana Anonymous. There we go. Tea is drinking temperature. And we're up against I don't know. What plays Witching Well? Esper Doom Foretold or something like that? I don't know. I don't know. Do I have Artifact Hate? I don't think I have Artifact Hate. Ugh. I guess Skyclave Apparition is a non-token permanent, so that's kind of just like without even trying to be Artifact Hate. Artifact Hate. So let's beat down with our Llanowar Elf, play a Scavenging Ooze, pass the turn. I'm very curious what my opponent's playing here. Okay, definitely an artifact thing. Oh, is it, no, it is not, is it, whatever. Okay, so we can Gideon here, or we can probably get rid of this mana doubler, which is probably what we want to do. You never want your opponent to make twice the amount of land. And then we'll beat down with our little friends here. Yeah, if I've learned anything from Standard the past couple of years, you don't want your opponent to double their mana. Okay, Prophetic Prism, cool. That's fine. Shivan Wreath, cool. That's also fine. All right, so we're playing against some kind of artifact nonsense, which is cool with me. We'll play Gideon. We will... I'm going to plus him so I can get the emblem online soon. I guess it would have made sense to make the token the next turn plus him, because then you get attack and then I'd have a token. That's probably what you're supposed to do. I guess he has more loyalty. That was probably a misplay. It's been a long time since I played Pioneer, so please don't hate me. I know I'm not a professional. I'm just here to have fun. Like I feel like a lot of you are. So if you like to have fun, let's have fun. If you want to be in the MPL, you shouldn't watch me for advice. I'll root for you if you make it, but I'm not going to be reduking it over here. I don't have the time. I wish I had the time, but I don't. Opponent over here, tapping some blue mana. I mean, they can make pretty much any color here with a Prophetic Prism or Witching Well or whatever. 5 mana, 1 green. Song of Creation. Okay, I have no idea what we're doing here. Oop, don't want to concede. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Okay. I assume we're playing against some kind of combo deck, so Archon will be pretty tight. Okay, yeah, so they play the X spells, they draw a billion cards. Emery. Yeah, okay. They can still add mana with Springleaf Drum. And Mox Amber. Six cards in hand. I'm intrigued. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, another Bonder Prodigy. But I think they're out of ways to make mana here. Hey, that is a very timely thing that I like to see. I think here I just want to play the white pathway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 1 mana away from actually casting Ameria's Call. So let's play Archon. Make our opponent have a really bad day. If I emblem here, okay, I guess we don't even have to emblem. All right, so Archon of Emeria looks like the key card in this matchup. All right, so they're playing Emery, so maybe Remorseful Cleric isn't bad. They're all artifacts, so Back to Nature's not going to do it. I don't think they're doing any sacrificey stuff. Let's see here. Maybe I go down 2 Loxodon Smiters just because I don't think I have to worry about counter magic or discard spells, and bring in 2 Remorseful Clerics. Just because if they can start looping stuff from their graveyard, doing that kind of combo-y nonsense, I don't want them to do it. So Remorseful Cleric will help me keep that from happening. All right, so match 2 here, or game 2, match 1. But not a bad start here. Couple Llanowar Elves, some untapped mana, Remorseful Cleric, a Yasharn. I think we're going to keep this. This is looking pretty good. Kind of interested in my opponent's deck here. Like, what are they doing? How are they winning? Bag of Holding. Whenever you discard a card, exile that card from your graveyard. Draw a card, sacrifice. Okay. Still not 100% sure what's happening, but I'm okay with it. I dig it. If they start doing crazy graveyard shenanigans, we've got an answer. If not, I'm probably just going to work my way up to a big Yasharn here. Well, might as well just get a Remorseful Cleric out here. It's at least a 2/1 flyer, so if my opponent doesn't do stuff, then I think we're in a good spot. Also, my opponent missed a land drop, it appears. Reach artifact control. Okay. And choose artifact card from your graveyard. So Emery's still not doing much. And we've got the big piggy here. So let's go Yasharn here. Always yields. Hey, look at that. We have all of our basic forests. No, wait. What am I talking about? It goes one at a time. That's weird. I've never seen it do that. You would think it would show all of them, but it doesn't. All right, so let's attack for 2 in the air. I think my opponent probably has like 1 more turn before they're probably going to just scoop it up if they don't draw their land. Feels bad right there. That was a good pile of lands my opponent probably would like to have. And we have to draw 2 cards off of our piggy, so can't complain there. You may be wondering why my mug says Mama Bear. Well, I have one that says Papa Bear, but it was underneath this one, so I grabbed the Mama Bear one. All right, well, feels bad to be my opponent right now, for sure. They can just block my Yasharn for free with the Stonecoil Serpent, so unfortunately, I'm doing the very, very slow beatdowns here. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm stupid. I skipped my main phase. Oh well. Next turn. Okay. Poor opponent. Stinks to be them. Well, our clock has definitely increased. Oh, they can counter it? Clever. Didn't see that coming, but now I can attack with both of these. Okay. I wasn't playing around the 1 mana counter anything spell. All right, well, you know what? That was a quick game. At least game 1, one of my cards actually prevented my opponent from comboing off, and we had some interaction, which was nice. Game 2, they drew 1 land in 6 turns, which is very unlikely and very unfortunate for my opponent, but, you know, it was very fortunate for us. So let's go to game 2. All right, so here we are with game number 2, and I'm going to keep this. At turn 2, locks it on Smiter is never a bad time. I'm sorry, I didn't realize my face camera was so large in game 1, but realized that, fixed that. So let's see what our opponent's up against. Eugene Jean. Let's see what Eugene Jean's rocking. Let's keep our life total high. We'll just start with the basic. Can still cast anything in our hand off of that. Those new Zendikar Islands are pretty cool looking. I like that. That one's new, right? I don't think that was from the original set. We're playing against strategic planning. Okay, so Lotus combo, I think. Probably. Get a Smiter down. At least we can start beating down pretty quick. If this is Lotus, we're going to definitely want the Archon, because that's going to be our pretty key card in this matchup. If that is what we're playing against, I just assume that's what it is. Yes, it is. Okay. That's what this card needs. Or this deck needs. It needs land destruction. Field of Ruin, something like that. All right, so let's go Sun Petal Grove. I can play Thalia. At least it'll slow him down. We don't want them doing all kinds of nonsense. So we'll attack here. Yes, enter tapped. So now when they do like Thespian Stage, stuff like that is going to come in tapped, which will definitely help us slow their progress. I could get rid of their Grazer, and that would free me up for 8 damage. Maybe I do that, play the Voice of Resurgence. And then I'm going to play that first main phase in case they do some shenanigans while I'm attacking. I get a token. Okay, so they're digging before combat. That's fine. I'm not afraid of a dig through time. Okay, I think our deck might have a little bit of game here. Our 3 drops are going to be pretty clutch. We're definitely going to want to slow them down with both Thalia and the Archon. All right, so if they can't combo off here, okay. So that's one way to get around it. Slowed them a little bit, but now they can make 6 mana. Pour the Pages, pretty good card in this deck. I'm slightly more familiar with how this deck works after my last Pioneer video, because I played against it, and they lost to themselves, which was very entertaining. Wouldn't mind seeing that happen again. Although my opponent lost to themselves last game, didn't feel great. Having the land screw loss never feels good. Never feels good to lose that way. It never feels good to win that way. But, you know, I'll take it. I'm in a league, so, you know, you want to get your points back. Or more points. Get some QPs. I'll never get enough QPs to qualify for a thing, but you never know. 6 mana? What's happening? Hidden Strings? Sure. Making more mana. It's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. Okay, well, I'm going to do my normal combo deck thing, and I'm just going to speed this up for y'all. All right, well, they won, so let's go to sideboarding. So against this deck, players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells. Okay, so that doesn't really help us here. It does destroy all enchantments, not so much. I don't think we have anything really in our sideboard to help here. Guess like Remorseful Cleric can keep them from digging through time, but so can Scavenging Ooze. I don't know what to do. I think we're just going to run it back and hope for the best. Yes, I would like to play first. And yes, I would like a turn 2 Tireless Tracker. So we're going to keep this for sure. Ooh, and an Archon. I am so blind to my love of Tireless Tracker that I was blind to the best card in my deck against this deck. Turn 2 Archon, probably better, because then I can turn 3 Tireless Tracker, get a clue the same turn, which is kind of what you always want to do. I am slouching a lot. I need to sit up more. My posture is embarrassing. My opponent's thinking what they're going to do. Oh, they mulligan to 5. Welcome to Multi 5, my friend. You know, you multi 5, you play against multi 5, what are you going to do? I don't know. Hopefully not win. A backup Archon. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, that makes their non-basic lands come and tap too. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so let's start by Tireless Tracking. Let's throw it on Sunpetal Grove, get ourselves a clue. Let's attack. Pass the turn again. So let's see. Okay. Brawl. That's tappity tapped. So let's go Castle Ardenvale. Sack a clue. Yeah, I want to counter. I want to draw a card. That's not cool, but you know, whatever. Let's do it again. Another Tireless Tracker, I'll take it. Let's attack with our flyer and our big boy. Or girl or scout, our big scout, our big human scout. Love Tireless Tracker. It's probably like my top 3 favorite Magic cards. Most of my favorite Magic cards are in this deck, actually. Voice of Resurgence is up there. Tireless Tracker. I'm trying to think what my other favorite cards are. Really like Ether Vial. I'm trying to think. It's got to be something in Death and Taxes. I just love Death and Taxes. What other cards do I love? Falconwrath Aristocrat, one of my favorites just because it was the first mythic I ever cracked open in a pack. So there's a little bit of personal, you know, I like that card. The first, like, real deck I ever built, though, was kind of like the Craig Wesco green-white special back in the Innistrad Ravnica days. So a lot of the cards in this deck got a lot of specialness to me. And my opponent is taking their sweet time while I just sit here and talk. So, yeah. I'll just let them do their thing, and we'll see what happens. Whoop, okay, they searched for a void snare. Guess what, friendo? You're going to be voiding this snare of two things. Yes, that made sense. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's crack a clue. No. Let's not crack a clue. Let's play another Tyler's tracker. Backups on our backups. Oh, I can't play more than one spell. I'm silly. My own spell. Okay. That's fine. So, bashing in for a lot more here. They have one Void Snare in hand, which means they can bounce one thing, and that's it, because they can only cast one spell. Turns out Archon of Maria, very good against combo decks. Who would have thought? I mean, I thought. That's kind of why I was playing it in Modern, and we got there. All right, so once again, we're just going to submit that, and we're going to pray for the Archon of Maria draw. Thalia's really good too. So Archon and Thalia, hopefully a turn 1 elf. All right, and this is a pretty good hand, but it doesn't have any hate cards. And we're on the draw, which means we probably should mulligan into a hate card. That has a hate card, but we're short of mana, but we're on the draw and we have an elf, so we're going to keep this. Get rid of a Yasharn. And we're going to pray to the land gods is what we're going to do. The land gods being kind of cruel to us, but there's still some time here. There's still some time. Okay, strategic planning. God, that feels bad. That feels real bad. Keeping the risky hand. Keeping the risky hand. They don't have a turn 3 Lotus Field, though. So we still have a chance. We still have a chance. Oh, no, we don't. That means gonna. Yeah, okay. We still have a chance. Please, 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 please. I think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose. So if somehow they don't ooh, they might not combo off this turn. Nope, they probably will. Probably will. Or not. Please, please, there's still hope. There's no. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, well. Now we just need to pray to the... Oh, man, can you imagine if I could just discard Lockstone Smiter and put him out that way? Oh, God, I'm so bummed. So bummed. But you know what? That's what happens. That's what happens when you keep a one-land hand. Even with an elf. Oh, man. Oh, so now we basically just pray. We pray that they can't combo off and we draw land. That's... If that happens... Oh, that's just going to make them combo off easier. I think we're going to lose. The greedy keep. The greedy keep. Feels bad. Well, we'll speed this up and we'll see if I can get put out of my misery or not. All right, well, there it is. Keeping a one-lander and paying for it. Let's hope we don't do that again. And let's play another one. All right, so here we are with game number 3. Or match number 3. I don't know what the difference between game and matches. It's matches and you have games within the matches, right? Match 3. Yes, that is it, because it says it right up here. And we have a 1-lander, and we're going to mulligan that for sure. This has lands and spells, so I guess I'll keep this one. We'll toss a plains to the bottom. And done. All right. So let's see what our friend Jet Parrot is up to. A forest into an arboreal grazer. Could this be another combo deck? Or another ramp deck? I don't know what's going on. No. All right, so I'm intrigued. Jeskai, Triome, and a forest. It's a good looking forest. I love the old border. Growth Spiral into another forest. Do they not have the 4th land? Nah, of course they have it. Okay, so that's a lot of mana. Sure wish I had an elf to play one of these Archons. That would have been pretty nice. Okay, so 3 cards in hand. 16.8 trillion mana. Felidar Retreat. Okay, that's annoying. Yep. Landfall doesn't get beat too bad by Archon, unfortunately. It'll slow him down if I got to play it a turn earlier, but we didn't, so there's that. Yep. So much mana for turn 3. So much mana. It's so ridiculous. All right, well, hey, they're out of gas. And I guess that's a pretty okay board for turn 3. Good God. It's so silly. Okay. So ridiculous. Let's play the Pathway. Let's play the Archon. And, yeah, let's pass the turn. Things aren't looking up. That was a little aggressive. Oh, they're just playing. Oh, all right. Well, that wasn't fun. Let's begin sideboarding and try to come up with a plan here. All right, so a landfall nonsense deck. I mean, it seems like they cast everything. They're not sack it, so I guess this helps get rid of Felidar Retreat. Dromica's Command also does that stuff. I don't know. But maybe these are just a little too expensive. Let's try this. Maybe Back to Nature's just too cute. Oh, the 1-lander. Can't get trapped by it. Can't get trapped by it. 2-lander with oh no, it's a 3-lander. Gotta love those. Gotta love those. It's a 4-lander. Wow. Okay, we're gonna put one of the Marius Calls on the bottom. Yeah, all right. Let's just play the plains, I guess. Hate to not have an elf. Hate to not have it. No turn 1 Grazer's nice, though. We'll play this for the green, and we'll pass. Have a Back to Nature if they can somehow get a Felidar Retreat out now. But they don't have the crazy ramp they had last time. They have a Lotus Cobra, which is a thing. All right, so now we got some options. Definitely gonna have to play this. We're gonna have to pay this. And it's, do we have everything come in tapped? Or do we just get rid of the snake? I think we probably want to start by getting rid of the snake, as that's what's going to help them kind of go off. Thalia is very good, though, so I think next turn, depending on what we do here, that's what it's going to do. Okay, so let's go Thalia. Play Plains. I mean, we could save that to get Tireless Tracker value, but I'd rather just have my mana to spend if I draw into important things. So I don't know if they sideboard into like a control plan. They're going to like wipe my board or something. That'd be annoying, but I doubt it because they did play a Lotus Cobra, but it is crazy how these decks can just refill with Return to the Wilds. And how, oh man, this deck was basically in Standard. How insane is that? I'm so glad. Standard is in such a good spot right now. I'm so pumped. So pumped. My opponent's thinking, though. They got 7 cards in hand. They gotta have stuff to do. Uro is stuff. Gotta love the tapped Fable Passage. That's always a good one. Hey, look, we're not getting punished. Get some value right away. Draw a card. Yeah, I always want to do that. Hey, what do you know? Right on time, Elvish Mystic. Right on time. All right, so hopefully our opponent doesn't get too crazy the next turn, because if not, we can actually start doing some damage. So that's 7-9 damage. So 2-turn clock if our opponent can't pull anything out. Anger of the Gods. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, we can kill their illusion for free. It's good to know. They're playing Anger of the Gods. You would expect a deck like this to play some kind of sweeper. All right, Voice of Resurgence is fun. So let's get the voice out. So now if they do any shenanigans on our turn, at least we get some value out of it. Growth Spiral, yep. Doing all their instant stuff right away. All right, well, let's get rid of this. All right. Sorry if I'm distracted. I am getting rid of a bunch of junk from my basement from Facebook Marketplace, and I got like 98 messages in the last 20 minutes, which is aggressive, to say the least. Super aggressive. And my opponent's got 5 cards in hand, so they're probably going to play something dumb. Probably like an Omnath. Am I going to see an Omnath? Nope. Felidar Retreat. At least you have an answer to it now. They didn't ban Omnath in this format, did they? No. Please have no lands. Damn it. They have lands. Okay, well. Oh, this only has non-tokens. Should have waited. Should have waited. They just always, of course they have a Growth Spiral. Of course. It's kind of wild how like the 4-color to 5-color just piles are like good cards. Or good decks, not good cards. Of course they're good cards. So I think we just want to return to nature here. Or back to nature, not return to nature. And unfortunately pass because we're kind of screwed on green mana. Things aren't looking up. We got that off the battlefield. They have an Uro in the graveyard. I would love to eat that Uro, but I don't have the green mana to do it. So... Yep. There's Uro. So we'll give it one more draw, and if we don't get anything worthwhile, I think we're probably just going to have to tap out. Save us all the time. So much mana. So much mana. I'll take this one hit. And please, 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 another voice. I don't think that's going to do it. I don't think that's going to do it. All right, well, kind of completely got ran over game one and just didn't quite have everything lined up in game two, but it's good. I mean, these are good games for me personally, maybe not as a viewer, but it's just like learning the format once again because I haven't played Pioneer in so long, and there is some crazy stuff in Zendikar. Like game one, they had what, like 1 million land on turn 3. Yeah, Felidar Retreat's good. I'm sure they must have had Omnath in that deck, unless Omnath bans. I don't know. Everything gets banned so much lately; it's hard to tell. So let's go to another game. All right, everybody, here we are with match number 4. Against Murilabds. Good luck, my friend. And yeah, we want to play first. And my opponent's thinking, ooh, I see 80 cards in that deck. You know what that means. Yorion. My good friend Yorion, I think. Yeah, okay. I guess they don't show the little heart until they've confirmed their hand. That's an unfortunate hand for us. No untapped lands and just 1 land. So we're going to mulligan that. This is slow, but it's actually okay. I'm going to keep this. I'll put the second apparition down. A lot of times these Yorion decks play a lot of enchantments and stuff, so having a Dromoka's Command and a Skyclave Apparition is a pretty good little thing to have in our hand. Although that's okay. It's a black land, not traditionally what you expect to see. I'm just going to throw the Scavenging Ooze down. That way we can start doing some damage potentially. What is this on the other side? Okay, just kind of a drain for a lot of mana. Okay, so maybe it's like an Esper Yorion deck. Got the Thoughtseize. Probably taking the Apparition, if I had to guess. Okay, or Dromoka's Command. Not bad. We will just get in with the Ooze here. Play our very not on time elf in past turn. Oh my gosh, my camera's huge again. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. All right, so just 5-color Yorion? Is this an Oops All Spells Yorion? Maybe this is the Oops All Spells deck. All right, I'm going to eat everything that goes into their graveyard. Cool. Play that white side, play Llanowar Elf. Attack for 3. The slow beatdowns begin. Okay, well, we can eat 2 things that hit the graveyard, and then kind of depending on how things work out, we'll see what we're up against here. I'm assuming it's one of those Oops All Spells decks, considering they're playing nothing but these double-faced cards. Okay. It's a bummer for us, but oh god, don't need that. So after this attack, we're going to have the option to play our Skyclave Apparition just as a 2/2 for 3, which really feels bad, or hold it up and hope to kind of hit something more impactful. I'm leaning towards holding it back. Basically drew into nothing good here, which is unfortunate for us. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand and a Yorion, so at the moment I'm saying things are looking in their favor, but I'm not even sure what they're doing, so like a Sultai Yorion deck? Who knows? Okay, oops all spells, it is. Yep, that's your deck. All right, so, well, at least we know what we're up against. We know what we're going to want to bring after the fact. We're going to get hit for a lot of Creeping Chills. It's going to put them up real high on the land. Or on the life, not the land. All right, I don't know what we could even draw here to really come back. Because how does Prized Amalgam, whenever a creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. So no creature returned yet. Nope, these dudes did. Okay. So, yep. Can't beat that. Okay, so we are going to want to bring in all of our graveyard hate. Remorseful Clerics. Containment Priest, also quite good here. And Apostle from Purifying Light's okay. Can block, and it's like an expensive Scavenging Ooze. Maybe we want to bring that in. Let's think of what isn't good here. Most of their lands come in tapped anyway. They don't rely on multiple spells, so maybe we want to trim our 3-drops here. Declaration in Stone is good. Removing multiple of their spells. Voice of Resurgence is always a good time. Dromica's Command, it's not great. Smiter's good against Thoughtseize. Do we just trim like here? Like, these cards are great at slowing down my opponent, but they're not. Actually, I guess the Asharn. Gideon's kind of slow. Maybe we don't want the Gideons and we want one Thalia back, a couple Archons back. Something like this. Let's try it. Yes, we want to play first. Come on. Hate cards. Nothing like Pioneer starting to feel like Modern where you just want your hate cards all the time. Another terrible opening hand. We're going to mulligan. It's okay. This is okay. 2 Containment Priests is nice, and 2 Tireless Trackers are always a good time. So this is pretty okay. We'll keep this. Get rid of one of the trackers. We want to be able to cast our stuff, so play this tap past the turn. Containment Priest, when they get all their zombies in. Ooh, that'd be spicy. All right, so let's go land or elves. I don't think they can go off on turn 2, so get the lands out here. I think it's a 3 and a 4 drop, right? Or is it even less? Who knows? Well, I'm going to tracker. Play land, get a clue. Pass the turn, and hope I didn't mess up. I think it's a 4-drop. Okay. So we should be okay. Voice of Resurgence is nice. So let's play a voice in case they try to do any instant speed shenanigans. Sweet deal. And now we'll just attack and hold up Containment Priest pretty much this whole time. If they don't do anything, we can crack a clue on their end step and start drawing some cards, getting some value. I'm feeling pretty good of where we are right now. God, I love Tireless Tracker. It feels nice playing Containment Priest in a non-Legacy or Commander format. Okay, 4 mana. Yes, do it. Do it! It's going to be nice. If this works the way I think it is. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So basically, once the trigger hits the stack, we play it, right? Yeah. I think that's how it does. Okay. Let's turn off auto yields in case something crazy happens. Turn off auto yields. Yep. Gonna take this because I have to. Okay. 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 Ha ha! Got him. Feels good. Feels good. All right, so let's crack one clue. So then we can attack through our friend's little blocker here. And yeah, let's just start the attack. If it wasn't cast, so that means they still have Haunted Dead. Oh, that's return. That's not a cast. Okay. So we're still in pretty good spot. I'm not sure what my opponent can do here. Okay. We will let that happen. So let's see what they're going to do here. Creeping Chill. Hard casting Creeping Chill. Okay. That's fine. You can attack me. Has flying, can't block. Okay. Yeah, we'll sack a clue here. Get another land. End the turn. Go to my turn. Here we can... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so... let's Skyclave Apparition. Hit our Vampire Rogue friend here. Attack with everybody but the elf. Do some damage. Play this, preserve our life total, get a clue, and pass the turn. So now we can hold up our other Containment Priest. And if they try to bring back anything from the graveyard, Abrupt Decay. Okay, nothing we can do about that. But my opponent's going to lose pretty soon. So let's play Containment Priest. Man, Containment Priest shuts this deck down. Yeah, okay. Good to know. Anybody playing Pioneer, Containment Priest, quite good. Okay, so I feel pretty okay with where we're at with everything right now. Yeah, let's run it back. Containment Priest doing work. Kind of wish I had 3 of those and 2 Remorseful Clerics, but what are you going to do? Ooh, man, that felt good. So now they know we have those. So they're going to have to be a little more picky with the hands they keep. They're going to want cheap removal. But good thing about Containment Priest that it has Flash. That card is nice. That is too many lands. Too many lands. Mulligan. It's an awkward one. Declaration in Stone is okay as kind of a backup plan. I guess we keep this. I don't want to go lower. Let's put the castle on the bottom. Yeah, it's not ideal, but drawing into just a force would actually be pretty nice, but that's not what that is. So let's play this. We'll play the elf. So hopefully we draw into an untapped source so we can do anything next turn. If they burn a Thoughtseize now, that'd actually be pretty okay. Just gonna kill my Mystic. Okay. Well, that's nice to have. Pretty awkward hand we got going on here. Okay, so I think we have to play the Remorseful Cleric here. So hope they don't have the Fatal Push. They got the Fatal Push. Well, at least we got a card out of their graveyard. Okay, so they could potentially go off here. Potentially. Oh, awkward lands, awkward lands. Sunpetal Grove is pretty underwhelming in this deck. I wonder if it'd be better to just play some temples, but we have 1-drops, so Kazandu Mammoth, okay. Playing the backup plan. All right, all right. Okay, so let's play the white side of this. And then maybe we Mystic in Voice of Resurgence? Nope. Wrong way to tap. Or should we probably should have Skyclave Apparition the Mammoth or the Druid. I don't know, it's tough. Being stuck with awkward mana is weird. I want mana here. I feel like with this deck you kind of have to go all in, right? Okay, never mind. I mean, they got a backup plan. Backup plan that gets really messed up by Declaration in Stone. No, that's fine, friend. You can hit me for 3 here. Okay, so let's Declaration in Stone, the Kazandu Mammoth. Ooh, feels bad for my opponent. And let's attack here. Still not in a very good position, because if my opponent goes off, there's not much we can do. They only have 2 cards in hand, though. They can draw 2 more. Okay, hard cast and a ghoul. I wonder if they're just turning off the combo plan. Seems like a weird approach, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. So let's start by playing a tracker. Green, green. Right now, I guess I just want white. Yep. And I don't want to trade my voice yet, although the token would be bigger than anything they could play. Let's pass. Can draw a card on their end step. So honestly, if they start ripping clues, that's pretty good for us, I think, because it means they don't have much else to do. Okay. Really want to draw into some more hate, though. Yeah, man. Containment Priest really shuts this deck down. Okay. All right. Not too worried about this. All right, more land. Well, play that. Probably should have played that untapped or something. All right, let's draw a card. More land. All right, well, at least we have a tireless tracker, so. All right, well, I guess we should just Skyclave Apparition, hit the ghoul. I don't really want to trade. Or do I? No. I will trade my voice, though. All right, we're not... They got 2 cards in hand. They can draw a card. All right. Digging makes me happy. That's a combo amount. All right. All right, this is gonna be it. Yep. All right, they're gonna gain a lot of life. Gonna do a lot of damage. Yep. So they still have the prize amalgams. Okay, so they still have the combo in their deck. Yep. Whew, all right, it's going to be tough to turn around. That's for sure. Especially being at 3 life. And they have a flyer. We can kill the flyer, so don't have to worry about that. Gross. All right, so that is not what we want. So we're going to play this. Yes, we need to draw some action. Let's go green, green. Voice of Surgeons. So we got to get rid of this blocker, or this flyer, that's for sure. We've got prized amalgam. 4 prized amalgams coming at R and step. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 attackers. 4, 5, 6 blockers. I don't think we can do anything about that. Man, really need to draw a Declaration in Stone there. So, we got to take some damage next turn. So, I think we got to take one of these 3-powered creatures, unfortunately. And just eat that 2 damage, and I think we're still dead. Yeah, I think we're still dead. Man, Containment Priest would have been nice. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, Menace. Oh, cool. Yeah. Did they cast that card? Whatever it is, that double-sided card? All right. All right. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get any of our hate cards that last game, but that's really good tech to know. Containment Priest totally shuts that deck down. If that becomes a popular deck in the format, definitely load up on the Containment Priest. I'm talking 4. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? This is a learning experience, so let's play the last game. Maybe we can go 2-3. And yeah, Let's see how we do. Hello, friends. It is the final game. We are playing against another Yorion deck. This time they have the full 80 again. Maybe it's Oops All Spells. If it is, we know what to do. We are ready for it. This hand is so close to being good. It's so close, but we're on the draw, so I'm going to be dumb and keep it. If we draw an untapped white source, we're golden. If we don't, we're slow. Very slow. Okay, so not the Oops All Spells deck. It's blue-white Yorion, Bance, Esper. All right. I expect to see a good amount of, guess I gotta play this castle. Get in for one. Gotta love those awkward castle draws, huh? Mana base for this deck definitely could be tweaked. I wonder if those crappy Shadow over Innistrand lands would be better than Sunpetal Groves, or if I should just play more basics. Yeah, how would you play a Pain land in this deck if we had them? I think the pathways and the shocks are kind of what you want to be doing. All right, so probably an enchantment bouncy deck. Yep. All right, so the return to nature or bring to nature, something like that. That's annoying, but at least we can do some stuff. All right. Thalia or Archon? I think the Archon is a little bit more powerful here. It keeps them from casting multiple spells. And if they're running more non-basics, it'll keep them from playing a 4-drop, like a Doom Foretold, if that's the kind of nonsense people are doing in Pioneer. Although I feel like they're doing the, what's the other 4-mana enchantment, the black one, that has the 4 options, and then you lose. Archon of Mary already doing work. Love to see it. Now I would love to see a land. I want to play my big piggy. It's not a land. That is not a land. All right, well. Let's get in for 2. And I think probably play Voice in the Elf. Voice will be good in case they do sweep my board. I'll at least have something to recover with. And Elf, I can cast my Yasharn on the next turn. Thinking about countering, perhaps. Absorbed. All right. Well, not the ideal turn, but... Oh. The amount of times I'm going to play Archon and realize that it affects both of us, it's going to start being embarrassing. Not that it isn't already embarrassing, you know. You should read the cards. Especially because I've played a modern deck with that card. I've played Standard. I'm now playing Pioneer with this card. You'd think I'd learn something. I have the hiccups. I apologize. Okay, so my opponent has played their spell for turn. Gotta love the tapped Fable Passage. That's my favorite. Land? Nope, it's not a land. I feel so bad, but I really, if I don't draw land and they don't kill the elf, really want to play the pig next turn to get a little bit of land. Yep. Can't pay to scry. Okay. So, I mean, Archon seems to be pretty okay in this matchup. Definitely slowing my opponent down. Skyclave Apparition will be good here. I'll be able to exile some enchantments. Yasharn, not necessarily great, but, you know, it gets me some lands when I need it. These two are nice friends. Scavenging Ooze. I doubt they're playing Dance of the Manse, so I doubt this is a good Scavenging Ooze matchup. Well, they verdicted me. Land? Hey! Alright. Let's play our big pig friend here. Get our next 2 land drops locked down. Alright, so they can't blink stuff yet. Their Yorion is still in the command zone, the companion zone. Alright, so they can Fatal Push this Yasharn just because they got Rally going. Maybe they don't have it. Alright. Doesn't seem like they have it, which is good for us. Nope, they have it. Of course they have it. Okay, things are not looking up. They're not. They're just not looking up. Teferi. Annoying. So next turn, we'll have 5 mana. So I can play the Scavenging Ooze. Yes. Try to draw out a counterspell. Didn't happen. Skyclave Apparition. If you can get rid of this Teferi, things would be okay. Hey, it worked. Oh, it's 4 or less. Oy. Alright, well, Othakaya getting bounced is an annoyance to us, so... Man, the things you forget. 4 or less. 4, gosh, dang it. For some reason I thought it was 4 greater at 1.2. Man, I am losing it. Or I'm just playing a new deck that I came up with and thought it might be good. I think it might be good too, for sure. The basis of this deck feels very good to me. Oh, well, there goes my Tireless Tracker. I have a feeling things aren't going to work out for us in this game. Is my opponent just playing straight, like, Esper Control with Yorion? I feel like they got to be playing a little bit of something else. Well, it seems fine. All the enchantments they can bounce. Digging through time. Okay. All right, you know what? We're not going to win this game. There's no way we can. So, let's go to sideboard. Destroy all enchantments. Planeswalkers. And... Possible can't get hit by stuff, so maybe this is just like a 2-1 that's hard for them to kill. Dromoka's Command's good. Scavenging Ooze is... Declaration Stone. Don't want that. Let's see. Smiter's good. Can't be countered. Yasharn gets me lands, but not the best. Maybe go down Skoos. Go down a couple Apparitions. Go down on a Yasharn. Try this out. Any deck that plays blue-white in Wraths tends to always have an advantage against the decks I like to play. Yeah, it's every time I'm doing well, and then I get put up against a blue-white deck, I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me? It feels so good to be blue-white control, though. Like, ever since I started playing Magic, blue-white control's been my enemy. I remember I got really into Magic around Return to Ravnica and Innistrad, that's standard. And the blue-white control, Sphinx's Revelation, all that nonsense. What was he even playing? Some of it was playing something... God, what's the stupid thing you just keep putting your graveyard back into your deck? Didn't have a win condition that would just demoralize you for victory. Yeah, that was... God, Revital my Vitality? Something of Vitality? I don't know. I didn't play that deck. It was a good deck. Didn't play it. I played a lot of nonsense back there. Let's see. I liked the first deck I ever built. It wasn't like a legit deck, but I made like black-red vampires, which was fun. Not good, but fun. I made the green-white little kid deck, which is also very good, but didn't have what it took to beat the blue-white control. All right, come on. Let's give us that elf into something on turn 2. Cool. Tapped lands, nothing to do. Yeah, we're going to have to mulligan that. How's it even worse? How is it worse? Multi 5. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, my God. I feel like you got to keep the... Oh, God. No, we got to go to 4. I guess this is an okay 4, but good God. Let's get rid of the castle and the grove. Oh, God, I got to get rid of a lot of things. The apparition, I guess. Oh, Jesus. All right, boys and girls and everybody else. We are going to do this. We are going to win on a multi 4. We're going to do it. I have faith. Do you have faith? You got to have faith, faith. Okay, so let's play the white one. Play a voice. Get in for 1. So the Apostle is good against their removal, but it is bad against sweepers. Oh, man, I wish I had a Loxodon Smiter in my hand. If we had a Loxodon Smiter in my hand, we might actually be able to get them to a pretty low life total there. Well, got to play this tapped. There's no sense in expecting to get to 7 mana. That would just be irresponsible. Well, we can now cast pretty much every card in our deck. Yeah, a Gideon would be nice. Gideon would be the best draw if our cards survive. Okay, a little Teferi, you annoying little jerk. Play the voice again. Attack Teferi. I mean, for a multi 4, we're at least like pretending to play a game. If my opponent has 7 non-land cards in their hand, we might do some... I don't know. I don't feel good about this. They just drew a card off of this jerk, too. Forgot he's alive in Pioneer still. All the arena you play, you just realize that life is better without Teferi. Oh, God. Stupid Teferi, you stupid jerk. Yep. Well, Teferi's doing a great job at slowing me down. They got a fatal push? Yeah. Yeah, they are. They sure are. Well, play the voice, pass the turn. I think this is about the end of the road for us. Feels bad. So it seems like the mana base in this deck could use a lot of work. A lot of the games I've lost, I feel like were partially the land's faults. Now, including the Ameria, I'm running 24 lands, which seems like a completely reasonable amount of lands. Now, maybe I need to be running more untapped green sources as well, just so I can take advantage of those elves if I drew them. Maybe I should be playing the full 8 elves instead of 6, but I feel like 6 is a high enough percentage. I mean, you have a 1 in 10 chance to pull one out of your deck. So, got a pretty good chance on your opening draw there to pretty much be guaranteed one. Yeah, I mean, you're going to take the Voice of Resurgence. Well, the fun thing now is that they can sweep on my turn. Yep. Didn't get there. Went 1 and 4. Kind of womp womp. All right, but you know, there's something here for sure. Now let's pop open the deck tech here. Let's go look at what we're working with. So as far as untapped green sources, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe that's just not enough. I think that's so. Wait a second. Oh, I just took a pathway out of here. I was like, that's not right. All right, so, yeah, maybe we go down some Sun Petal Groves and I don't know, just a couple more basic forests maybe. Maybe some of the deserts that come in untapped might be okay. I definitely think our ability to hit untapped green mana definitely hurt us. But it's, man, Pioneer really wants Noble Hierarch. Even like a, what's our little friend there? The little human, Avacyn's Pilgrim. Just being able to tap for white on turn 2 would be so nice in these types of decks, especially when you're trying to cast like a Skyclave Apparition. I mean, the normal layout we have is fine because we can get our Archons, our Thalias, our Loxodon Smiters, our Tireless Trackers all up pretty reliably on turn 2. I think the main deck feels pretty good. Yasharn might be a little too cute. Maybe I expected to see some of those sacrifice decks a little more than I actually did. I do feel pretty good about this sideboard. Containment Priest, wow, I was very impressed with that card. It completely shuts down the deck. Remorseful Cleric, always just good to have some of those. Yeah, I mean, I feel like these are the little flex spots in the sideboard you can work with. Since we didn't see many sacrifice decks, I think the additional Yasharn's not great. Maybe a couple varying Planeswalkers could be nice. A better life linker or something to gain life against like burn and stuff like that. Maybe just some like Rest in Pieces could be good too. But yeah, so I think as far as working on this deck goes, I'm definitely going to have to try to tweak the mana base. And I don't know, maybe the Thalias are a little too cute, but she does work. She does work. I just love Thalia, so when I can play her, I'm going to play her. Maybe like switch around, get like 4 trackers and like 3 smiters. Did we even cast a smiter at all this league? Who knows? But yeah, this is my first draft of green-white mid-range circa Zendikar Rising. So there's definitely some work to be done here, and I'm excited to do that work because although we didn't win barely any of those games, I felt like we could have. Especially that Oops All Spells, man. If we got just the right cards, like, we could have had it. But yeah, if you watched this far, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions for how to tweak this deck, please let me know. I would love to hear, especially the mana base, or if there's any other green-white like cards in my main deck or sideboard that I should be playing with, definitely let me know. I know there's a ton of stuff. I think couldn't hurt to be playing some more of the double-faced land cards, even some like Mammoths or Gala Return to Galabed Return? Gallaudet Return. You know, the return card. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.